Hey, I'm Barrick. I've been acting in commercials on TV for 13 years, and I wondered if maybe people have questions for someone who's been in a lot of commercials. Bork asked, how did you begin your acting career, and how many commercials have you done? Well, I've done about 100 commercials, I think, at this point. I'm not sure. I've been in 3 or 4 Super Bowl commercials.
Check this out!
Some pretty big ones, a lot of little stuff no one's ever going to see.
So where are we going?
Yeah, I sold you online, so I need to get you packed and shipped.
Commercials were how I got started in the acting world. When you come to LA, it's hard to get like a TV and movie agent or manager, but you can get a commercial agent pretty quickly if you have an interesting look. And I really came to LA with an interesting look, and I had a comedy background, so I got into commercials pretty quickly and ended up booking some right away. Chris asks, is commercial work looked down on by actors, or is any work good work? People who have a lot of money, who have like rich parents, they look down on it. But everyone else loves doing commercials. So many huge actors and big directors all direct commercials. I did a Doritos commercial with Jon Favreau. You know, like one of the biggest directors around, and I had to wear a banana costume. Everybody in the industry does commercials. On that commercial, I was talking to the DP, the director of photography, who, shoots the thing. And we were having lunch at 3 a.m. in a downtown parking lot. It's like, hey, I'm Barrick. He goes, hi, I'm Bill. I'm like, oh, Bill, what else have you worked on? And he's like, well, I shot the Matrix trilogy and the Spider-Man trilogy. This is this guy, Bill Pope, who made the most amazing things. Everybody works on commercials. He also asked, I would love to hear about the auditioning process. Yeah, how it works is you get an email from your agent saying, show up tomorrow at Santa Monica at 2:30. And here's a couple things you need. Here's how you should dress. And then you drive to Santa Monica and you sign in. On the wall is a description of what you're going to do and say. And then, and then you wait in a like a big holding room, and you know a lot of the people there because you've been seeing them at every audition. And then you go in the room, and there's a casting assistant with a camera, and there's a big board of the dialogue. You don't have to memorize it. It's all written, and then you just act it out. You do a couple versions of that. Oh, and you slate your name, which is, hi, I'm Barrick Hardley. And then I go, without the glasses. And then they go, are you willing to shave? I used to say no. But I haven't booked many commercials in the last couple of years, so now I'm like, yes, anything you want. After that is a callback. Maybe you'll hear back and they go, oh, they want to see you again. And you go back, but then it's the director and all the advertising agency people are in this room. I don't know why they're all there. They're all on their laptops. Nobody's paying attention. So then you perform it for this little group of people, and maybe you will or will not hear back. You're not going to hear back. Chris Scott asks, how much do you get paid for commercials? What is the range? I've always legit wondered about that. It depends on if where they run the commercial. You get a day rate, right? Which is like whatever the union has agreed. If it's not a union job, like you could get paid $10 and you can't get anything. But a commercial pays for like the day rate, and then you get paid for how often and where they run it. Like if they run it on the internet, you could get $2,000 for the internet. But then that's almost exclusively where they run ads now. So if you see an ad on YouTube, it just comes from that little chunk of money. Traditionally, where a commercial actor makes their money is called residuals. Every time it plays on TV, you get paid. Now, sometimes if you see it on basic cable at 3 a.m., you're not going to make any money. But if it comes on prime time or like Sunday night football, then you might get paid a little more. So sometimes you book a commercial and it can pay $3,000. Once in a while, you could get $30,000. $40,000, $50,000, but those are rarer and rarer. I remember when I first started, everybody's like, yeah, commercials pay $20,000 now, but 10 years ago it was $200,000. I moved here at the wrong time because nobody's making money anymore. What was the biggest surprise you didn't expect about shooting a big budget commercial? How many people work on it? You think it's just the actors and like a couple people. Sometimes these sets are, it's 100 people. There's a dozen trucks and there's motorhomes and there's production staff and there's art department, there's camera department, there's grips, there's electric, there's wardrobe, there's PA Nation, there's ad agency people, there's production company people. There are 1 billion people on set. When I was new and I got to that first set where I was like, there's hundreds of people here. And then they brought in 500 extras for my first big commercial. I was nervous. I was so nervous. And then I had to ride a Segway on water. Like there was a little path on water.
I have to see every show on and off the strip.
And they put me on a Segway and had a microphone on and they said, okay, drive around and do your lines. I'm like, it's 4 feet wide. And they're like, dude, that's fine. So I'm looking down as it's going around.
I find you the best seats, write a review.
Doing my lines and they're like, Barrick, you have to look up. I can't look up. I guess that's the big surprise. Like, it gets to be a lot of pressure.
It's a job that comes with little to no perks.
How does a character like Flo for Progressive get developed and is so successful? I have no idea. Ask the ad agency that they do all that stuff. They do so much market research. They do, I can't imagine all the shit a ad agency has to go through in order to come up with a campaign. I do know one time I did an ad with Flo. She bought ice cream for the whole crew. It was so at like 3 o'clock, an ice cream truck showed up. It was cool. Okay, that's some questions. If you have more, write them down in the comments or tweet them at me at Barrick Hardley. Follow me on Instagram too. And if you like this video, sign up. I talk about creative things, whatever I'm making all the time. See ya.